This is your 28storms.com tropical weather update for Friday afternoon, October 28th. As expected, Tropical Storm Rina is continuing to fall apart due to unfavorable upper level winds. In fact, it is now down to a tropical depression. We can see the exposed low level surface circulation located directly between Yucatan and the western tip of Cuba. And as we can see, all of the convection is displaced well to the northeast of the center of circulation, and you can see all that dry air beginning to work its way also toward the northeast throughout the circulation as well. Despite the rather significant weakening, we still have a strong fetch of southwesterly moisture stemming from the remnants of Rina, and all of that is being blown into central and southern Florida, where heavy rain and some isolated thunderstorms are forecast for the next 1 to 2 days. Turning to the rest of the Atlantic Basin, we still see that there is quite a lot of cloud cover over the northwest Gulf of Mexico. However, all of this activity is located on the backside of a cold front, and no development is forecast to occur in the Gulf anytime soon. We do have some numerous and scattered convection across much of the western Caribbean. However, on the latest water vapor, yes, there is a little small pocket of upper level ridging. However, it is extremely elongated from north to south, and the environment does not appear to be favorable enough for any tropical formation at this time. Looking ahead, the 12Z Canadian CMC does not show anything that overly stands out. Meanwhile, the 12Z run of the GFS shows the remnants of Tropical Storm Rina just meandering around much of the northern half of the Yucatan Peninsula, and as we go into day 6 and 7, it's still trying to develop an area of low pressure along the monsoon trough, but that is the only model doing so at this time. And the 12Z run of the ECMWF is showing a fairly quiet pattern for the next 7 days. And before I wrap up this afternoon's video, it should also be mentioned that there will be a rather powerful winter weather system that will be impacting portions of the Mid-Atlantic and New England states as we go into Saturday night and Sunday morning. Currently, we have an area of low pressure over Georgia. It's going to start riding northeast up the U.S. East Coast. And in fact, a new low will begin to develop off the coast of Cape Hatteras and then continue to parallel much of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. And by late Saturday night and Sunday morning, we see that there is quite a powerful surface low located just off of the coast of Cape Cod. And on the backside of this low, many of these areas will be witnessing 4 to 8 inches of snowfall with the potential for 8 to 12 in isolated areas. And this is going to be a heavy wet snow, so this is going to really place a lot of weight on the trees out there, and that could eventually result in some downed power lines and power outages. Now, this is rather unusual to be getting such an extreme snow event in the final half of October. Usually it's not until we go later on into the winter season that we begin seeing events like this. But if we look at the 500 millibar forecast chart from the GFS by early Sunday morning, we do see a closed off area of low heights, and that is going to translate to very cold air aloft, and with that moisture in place, this is setting the stage for an early season snow event. So thanks again for using 28storms.com as a source of tropical weather information. We will continue tropical weather updates throughout the remainder of hurricane season 2011. Furthermore, as we go into the month of November, that is the official start of cyclone season down in Australia, we will be having more tropical weather updates for the Southern Pacific and Southeast Indian Ocean throughout their cyclone season. And as we go into December and also even the winter and spring months, we will have sporadic videos regarding some of the more significant weather events across the United States, including some extreme winter weather and severe weather outbreaks. So 28storms.com will be there not only during hurricane season, but also throughout the year as we try to keep you informed as much as possible regarding some of the bigger weather systems around the globe.